Hi, everyone. This is Izzy Ramirez, and today we're going to be continuing with Branding 102. If you joined in my previous session, we were working on Branding 101, and we were talking about between branding versus marketing. I am going to be showing you guys here a quick recap of what we touched about. And we're going to be talking about a couple of the social media channels that you should be branding, as well as the forms that we work with on a daily basis as travel agents. So in a nutshell, we spoke about branding being the process of creating an identity, and marketing is going to be the process of building awareness towards that identity that you have created. We also spoke about what a brand needs in order for it to be successful and just have a greater impact on your target audience. Things like a design, a style, a purpose. And when you have all these tied together, you're going to have brand cohesion, but you have to make sure that you're using all of them throughout your marketing materials. Another important point that we talked about was, are you in love with your brand? You need to be 100% confident, proud of your brand, and love with it in order to show it in the best way possible. If you feel that you're not 100% satisfied with your brand, my recommendation is to continue working at it. Don't postpone it. Keep working at it and tweaking and making any type of improvements you need in order for you to be in love with it. All right. And these are the forms that we are going to be showing today. So it's basically 6 forms that we need to have branded. Number 1 is a travel request form. Number 2, the travel quote form. Number 3 is the credit card authorization form. Number 4, the booking confirmation. Number 5, an invoice. This is usually if you're doing an instant commission. And number 6 is going to be a travel protection waiver. All right. So to start off, let's talk about social media, right? I'm going to be opening up one of the main platforms that I use, which is Facebook. So when you started your training on the infinityway.co website, our recommendation is to clean up your personal Facebook account, but to also create a business account, right? So over here, I have under Izzy World Travels, you're going to be able to see my business page. And the important thing with your business page when you're just starting off is you have to make sure that you are working both your personal account and your business account. Why? Because the algorithms of your personal account is going to push the algorithms of your business account. So you're not going to magically have people like and follow your page, right? Because they're not aware of your brand just yet. What you have to do is you have to invite friends from your personal account. And once they accept the friend request, then you invite them to like your business account. Okay. So make sure that you are branding and working your social media pages, if it's Instagram, if it's TikTok, LinkedIn, whatever it is, right? That you're working through it, because this is what people are going to be seeing for your business. An important resource that we have is BranchUp, right? All these posts are with BranchUp. Something that we must do, as you see here, for example, this one got posted and I didn't check it out. What I like to do is I go to my BranchUp account and then I check which are the posts that are going to be scheduled for that week. And I make sure that the posts that are going to go up there, like I approve them, I like them. It goes as well with my style. There's certain vendors that I don't like for them to be posted, maybe because of their marketing material is maybe not too attractive to me, or it doesn't go that well with my brand. So I go into my BranchUp, right? Into my BranchUp account. I am going to click over here where it says posts. And then I'm going to verify what posts are going to be going on. So right now, this one is going to be posted soon, right? I'm not too sure I want this one on there. But if I do, what you can do is you go into the three dots, you edit, and then make sure you change up this information. Don't always post the same. Don't leave it just as it is, because you're not the only person. You're not the only travel agent using this, right? We have thousands and thousands of travel agents using the same information. So you want to try to stand out, all right? I try to either eliminate this completely or just use some of it and add like hashtags, right? That I want to use related to my niche, if it's luxury travel, if it's cruise deals. I put my own brand, Izzy World Travels. All right. And you can also add here, visit, for example, visit Izzy World Travels. I can either press the name so people can Google me, or I can add my link, www.izzyworldtravels.com. Then once they click on it, they're redirected to my website. So this is something very important that we should be doing on changing all these posts up and checking which one do you want, which one don't you want. I really enjoy the ones that are like landscapes. Something like this I don't like, so I'm going to go ahead and just delete it. All right, but that is an additional way of working your brand. Verifying what information are you putting there, and liking your own posts. A lot of times I see business pages of travel agents that have all these branch out posts with the exact same information, but they have no likes on it. Like your own posts at least, so it can start to get boosted a little bit more. Oh, that's beautiful. These I don't like for my particular brand and style. I don't enjoy these. Maybe I like the deal, but I don't like the marketing and the colors. So I usually eliminate those. So highly recommended. Always come and check this information out before it's being posted on your Facebook account. All right. I'm going to close out Branch Up and the social media. The same goes for any other social media platform that you're going to be using. Make sure that you are checking it out. This one, for example, if I don't really enjoy it, then I log into my business page and I go ahead and either edit it or I delete it if I don't want it there. But I think a very important way of showing that you care about your business, right, is first liking them or having some type of reaction. If it's the little heart, if it's a little happy face, whatever it is. For some reason, this one is not letting me do the heart, but okay, I'm going to leave it there for now. And checking it out, right? Don't leave it just like this. If I leave it just like this, it does not look good with no likes, with nothing at all. It just seems like you're not paying too much attention and giving love and care to your website, or sorry, to your business page. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this because I don't really feel it goes with my style or my niche. So be checking that out. Be checking out your business page and be checking out the information that you're posting from Branch Up. All right. Let's go back over here. We're going to be seeing now the different forms that you need to have branded. So let's go to the first one, travel request form. I have my Google Drive here open. This is where I usually have it. So I'm going to just type quote. Let's see what pops. I should have a copy of quote template. I also created my brand, right? And I have in all my forms, in the grand majority, I think almost all of them, I have this image, right? I have my information, I have my business email, my website, I have these hyperlinks. Once this is downloaded as a PDF, my clients can click on this and they're going to be redirected to either my Facebook page or my website or my Instagram page. All right. So make sure that you are creating your brand and you can copy and paste this, all of this as a header on all of your forms. All right. All I do is copy and paste all this into my different forms. So there's a certain uniformity to it. The way that you can create this, it's very easy. I'm going to show you here. Let me close this out. You can go here on your Google Drive, go to New, create a Google Doc. Remember, important for this step is that you should have already your business name, your logo, and your tagline all set up, as well as your style, meaning fonts that you want to use or the color palette that identifies your brand. I'm going to create here a table. And I'm going to create just a table with two squares side by side. I'm going to post on the left-hand side my logo. So I'm going to go to insert, I'm going to go to image, and I'm going to go upload from computer. I'm going to search for my logo that I want to insert. Let me check it out here on my downloads. This one. And I'm going to resize it whichever way I want. I don't want it too big. And I'm going to move over a bit this line. So I have more information here, more space for my information. And I'm just going to put my basic information here. You decide if you want in capital letters, you decide how you want to phrase it. I usually have Isabel Ramirez, travel agent specialist. You can also put what you specialize in underneath, if it's cruises, if it's wedding destinations, if it's family, if it's budget friendly, whatever you want, you can put it in there. I usually put business owner and okay, well, agent specialist. Underneath, I like to put either my email, my website. I put, if you want to put your phone number, right? You can have also a hyperlink here. So I add my domain or my website. Mine is easyworldtravels.com. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to insert link right up here. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to paste, apply. So you see there, now that it's already in blue, when anyone clicks on this right here, they're going to be redirected to my website. But remember, if you send it like a regular document like this, they're not going to be able to click on it. Once you download it as a PDF document, then that option is going to be activated. Something else that I like to use is social media icons. So I'm going to put here icon. Let's put social media icon. All right. You can go to any of these, flat icon. Let me remember which one did I use. You can use basically any one of these. Let me go in here to flat icon. And you can copy and paste either if you want to use Facebook, if you want to use Instagram, if it's Pinterest, LinkedIn, whatever logo that you want to have. You can choose it if you want it in color, if you want it in black and white. Let's say that I want this one. So I'm going to copy the image and I'm going to go back to my document. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to resize it. I want it that big. Right. And this one, you can also hyperlink it. So now that it's selected, you're going to search for the link icon. And here you would paste the link to your Facebook business page. So in my case, it would be the facebook.com/easyworldtravels, because that is my business page. All right. Once you have all this image selected and the way you want it, you have the right font, you have it on the design that you want, everything else. If you want to put it here like in bold, if you want to do it bigger or smaller, you select the colors, anything how you want it. Once you have that done, I am going to, let me try it like this. I'm going to select this and I'm going to do right click. I know there's a way of automatically changing the format of the table. I think it's over here. Chart drawing. No. So you can also just select it, and it should have the outlining lines, bullet parts. I know there's a way of doing it all automatically instead of selecting it. For some reason, I can't locate it right now. But if you just select the line and over here, border color, put it in white, all these lines are going to disappear. So when you put it on any of your forms, these lines are not going to be popping up. The only information that it's going to be showing is your logo and your contact information or your social media handles. All right, let me just select this last one. All right. So once I have this all done and created, what I do, I just select it all. I copy it. I hit copy, and then I paste it on any of those forms that I'm working on. All right. So I already showed you the travel quote. I'm going to close this out. I showed you the travel quote, right? Travel quote, which is copy of the quote. Make sure you have a designated template and you save it with all this information, and you'll just recreate each quote on top of a copy of that template. So you don't have to be redoing it. The other one that you should have, which is actually number 1, it's going to be the travel request form. Travel request form. The one that I want to be is the one in purple. There it is. Quote request. So let me show you that one. That one, remember, you can create it over here under new, and you're going to create it under Google Forms. That one, make sure that you also have your brand on it, showing your brand name. I show here my tagline. I have also my logo. Just go above and beyond with that branding, so they know what company the client is working with. All right. So document number 1, the travel quote request. Document number 2, the quote form that I just showed you. Let's see document number 3. We were talking about the credit card authorization form. So let's look it up over here. Credit card authorization form. If you check under the Travel Cafe, you are going to be able, if you go to forms, you are going to be able to find Archer Travel's credit card authorization form. All right. Sometimes you're going to hear in certain trainings directly from them that you cannot, or that they don't recommend, right? That they don't recommend you changing the credit card authorization form. The only reason why they're saying this is because they're concerned, because a lot of agents are not filling this out properly. Remember, the credit card authorization form is in place to protect both you and your client from any type of fraud, right? Or if maybe a client wants to do a chargeback or anything like that, this is what's going to protect you from having to give up any money. Same for Archer. So same here. You see that I just copy and pasted the signature or the header that I created with my information. I just copy and pasted it. And then what I did, I put in here the same exact information that Archer Travel has on their form. I also put their logo. I put everything exactly the same. You guys, if you're brand new watching this, the way that you are supposed to fill out the credit card authorization form So when it says guest name, it's not your name. It's supposed to be obviously the traveler's name. Supplier name, please do not put your business name. This is the vendor. So if the client booked a cruise with Royal Caribbean, you need to put in here Royal Caribbean. Okay, do not put there your business name, because that's how Archer is going to be able to help us out if there's any issue with the chargeback. Same goes here. You put in the confirmation number. Remember that for safety, we are asking only for the last 4 digits of the card, not the entire number. And we state that right here. That's to protect their confidential information. And all this over here, same thing. It's all the traveler's information. Just make sure you guys are filling this out properly, and there's not going to be any issue of you customizing your credit card authorization form with your logo. All right. So let's close this out and let's go into the next form. The next form would be the booking confirmation. So a way that I do the booking confirmation is after I create the travel quote for my client, right? Let's say it's this one. Let's say I created this quote for whatever trip they wanted. Let's just use this one as an example. I was looking for going to Cuba with the flights. Let's say that your client says, yes, I do want that one. Awesome, let's book it. So instead of creating a whole new document for the booking confirmation, what I do is that I just add to this quote the booking confirmation. So down here, I would put the booking reference or the booking confirmation number, right? And then that saves me time of creating a whole new booking confirmation document for them. So I submit here, I copy and paste whatever information was sent over to my email from the vendor. Any other type of information, if it's about the hotel that they're staying at, if it's about the cruise, I make sure to send this document with that info, but making sure that it has, of course, my brand on it, because that's what we want. We don't want them to think that they are working directly with Royal Caribbean. They want to see you as that person that is handling absolutely everything. So that's how I usually do my booking confirmations. The next document is going to be the invoice. Invoices are usually apply when you are working with instant commission. Why? Because remember, with instant commission, you have to charge your client's card at least twice. One charge is going to be directly with whichever vendor you choose, if it's Evo Rewards, if it's Profit Agility, whichever vendor you're using. And the instant commission, you have to be charging it through your SquareUp. All right. So when you're creating an invoice, you have to use your logo as well. What do I do for an invoice? I just go to Google, and there's something very easy called the invoice generator. And then you can use something like this, invoice generator by Invoiced. Okay, got it. Right over here. So make sure that in add your logo, you're submitting the image of your logo. Let me find my logo again. Over here. There you go. And you have to fill out all this information with the appropriate information for their booking. Over here, you would put, let's say it's for a hotel, right? Hotel, which is the date, the name of the hotel, etc. And then the next line would be, for example, the wholesale admin fee or service fee, however you want to phrase it. So on this amount, you should be putting whatever amount that you charged for the hotel. Let's say it was $500 vendor, but then you're charging an extra $100 for commission. So this is how it should be phrased. Notes over here, you can add there If you want any other relevant information about your website, about your info, your contact info, so they have it all there. The terms and conditions, remember, very important to put if they have certain conditions for, cancellation policies or anything like that. So this over here, remember, always put your logo when you're creating an invoice. And this is particularly used for instant commissions. Now let's go into our last document. Our last document is going to be travel protection waiver. So maybe you have heard before, we always highly recommend booking anything at all. Your client should always have travel protection. Some travel agents choose to not book a client if they refuse to purchase travel protection, and that is completely fine. If you rather be safe and say, no, I'm on that boat, right? I don't want to book for a client that doesn't want to purchase travel protection, that's fine. So you wouldn't need a travel protection waiver. If you are a travel agent that you don't mind booking a client that refuses to buy travel protection, you do have to have a travel protection waiver. All right. And this one you should also customize with your brand. So let me go back into the drive. Let's do travel protection waiver. If anyone needs maybe an example of these documents, please feel free either to reach out to me via Telegram. My username is @IzzyWorldTravels, or you can even leave a comment right below on this video. So you see here, I have my logo and I have the travel protection waiver. I put here, this is an example. Oh, let me go to the top. I put here exactly what they purchased. They purchased, in this case, it was a cruise, a Norwegian cruise, and they also needed airfare. But this client completely refused to buy travel protection. I said, that's completely fine, right? I told them the pros and the pros and cons about having or not, and not having the travel protection. But all this document, what it's going to do is going to state that we are not liable for any of these things: lost luggage, misconnections, emergencies, supplier default, anything at all. We're not responsible for it because they did not want to buy the travel protection. All right. So here they just sign and they date it. I put here all my information, and make sure that you have, again, your brand on it. All right. Another document that I failed to put it here in the presentation, so it could be technically 7, is the traveler feedback. I have that also as a Google form. Let me see if I can fit here and show you guys traveler feedback. This is a form that I like to send out to my clients that have already traveled, not only to let me know how they enjoyed my service as a travel agent, but how did they enjoy either the resort where they went to or the cruise line that they used. So that is good data to have for future bookings that I may have with other clients. So again, it's a very similar format that I use for the travel request form. Same thing, I have my logo, I have my information here. I put my links for them to leave me reviews because this is very important for your SEO. SEO, remember, it's a search engine optimization. I will be talking about this a little bit further in my following training. But same concept, right? Putting all this information here, which is the return date, the departure, which hotel did they stay at, how did they like it. I need them to rate it. And I ask if I can have a testimonial or any of their pictures, if I can use it for my marketing purposes, etc. So this would be a 7th document that you should have and take into consideration for branding. All right. Other than all these forms, other things that you should be branding: any of your social media pages, you should be branding as well your mock bookings, you should be branding as well your business cards. If you're going to an expo and you want to give out, any little card, any type of little trinket, if it's a luggage tag, if it's putting stickers on water bottles, anything at all, make sure to use your brand. Anything that is going to be speaking about your business, put your brand on it. All right, guys. So I really hope that this was useful and that you guys were able to learn about it. I hope to see you guys during my next training, which is Branding 103. Okay. See you next time. Bye, guys.